Any questions about this? So my file structure is really simple. I have the shoot name, the day, the photographer. That's it. I like to keep my files separated out from other people's files, and this is something that Photo Mechanic will do for you. You can split it up in any number of ways. Right? So I like doing that because it's easier for me to understand who shot what, and then if I have to post something, give credits easily. Because otherwise, when all the files get mixed up, it's difficult to extract them. And I tend to shoot with people who shoot Canon, so all the cameras are also the same, and all the lenses also tend to be the same. So it's a little irritating to separate them out. So I do this, just to and it's easier. If someone wants their files, just to copy and give them those files from that folder. So that's my organization. You don't have to follow this. Just find something that works for you. Some people might want to do more granularity, like photo archive, 2012, 2013, 2014, January, February, March, and then put that. I don't like that. I just do this. It's easier for me at least. Okay. So inside my storage, how is my data organized? So my OS is on the SSD, of course. I have a working drive, which is also an SSD. This contains the jobs I'm currently working on, right? At any point in time, I tend to only do one at a time. I tend to have a queue. I don't tend to do multiple. A lot of people do 2 or 3 at one time, do one shoot, then another shoot, one shoot, another shoot, and mix it all up. I tend to just do one at a time. And there's no grand reason for this. The reason is my SSD has a limited amount of space. So I can't keep all the files on this. So I just keep whatever I'm working on this. Right? So this working drive has the raw files, the catalog files, right? The edited PSDs and the book layout, whatever else I'm working on. That's on the working file. This work in progress folder is backed up to my backup drive, not my archive drive, my backup drive. It's a completely different drive. Right? 1, 2, 3. Third drive. This backup drive contains a live backup of the current jobs. Right? It contains a proper, consistent live backup of these jobs, which means that it's exactly mirrored. And the last one is my archival drive. This contains the completed jobs. It's a NAS and RAID one. Right? So this is basically how my stuff is organized. Any questions about this? No? Okay, and this is the basic flow of how you work. You shoot, you back up on site, copy back at home. At that time, there should be a live backup when you bring it home. While you're editing, there should be a live backup, right? And while you export and deliver, that should also have a live backup. Now, while you're editing, having a live backup is generally tricky, right? Because if you're not using catalogs, if you're using Photoshop, then you have to back up each PSD. So you have to manage those files. But with Lightroom, the good thing is, as long as you have the Lightroom catalog backed up, you're basically backing up all the edits. The bad thing with Lightroom is that you have to now back up a catalog and files, right? They're two separate things. So when you're using Lightroom, so there's an important thing which you have to do. And this is something which everyone forgets. This is what everyone does. When this window comes up, you hit skip this time and go over it, right? Everyone does this, right? This is the worst thing you could possibly do. What you do is, when you come here, your catalog settings and your backup catalog, right? I change this to once, you can change it to once a day. There's a reason why I don't care too much about this, but for most of you want to change this to at least once a day. Right? So when you hit that, I would ideally, if you're working on a wedding, I would change this to every time Lightroom exits. Right? When you hit this, every time Lightroom exits, it will give that window. It will make that pop up. Right? Make sure when this pop-up comes up that your backup folder is not the same hard drive you're working on. Right? So change this to your backup hard drive and then hit backup. The only problem with this is Lightroom 5 and below, when they make a backup of the catalog, they make a full backup of the catalog. It's not a compressed backup. So you get, sometimes the catalog will get very big. So you get 1 GB backups every day. You can just go back and delete them if you want. But it's important to do this. This takes care of all your edits, right? After that, the problem is what happens with all your files. That we're taking care of because we have a backup drive with all the files. So, but this is critical. If you lose your catalog, you're in deep trouble, right? So your catalog has to be well backed up. People who are using Mac machines, it's a lot easier to do this because you have something called Time Machine. If you don't have that set up, you're setting yourself up for failure. What you do with Time Machine is plug in a hard drive, make it a Time Machine client, and anything which is on your primary hard drive gets backed up, including your Lightroom catalogs. So what I do is I just keep my catalogs on my primary OS drive, right? And it's an SSD, and that gets backed up to Time Machine, and you're done. You never have to worry about it. It's always going to be there. Cool. So I'm going to skip this time. Any questions about this? Okay. So after you finish your edits, what do you do? Editing is only complete after delivery to the client. Right? Your edit is not complete just because you finished. Your edit is only considered complete after the clients have seen the photos and they said, yes, we are done. And they of course give you the money. Then it's considered complete. The reason is there could be changes required. They could come back and say, no, you haven't given me this photo and you'll have to edit again. Right? So don't ever think the job is over until the final delivery. That's critical. On and offline we already talked about. Okay, so all this is done. So after you finish, what the general process is after editing is complete. After editing is complete, after the delivery is complete, after the Rocada has come in, after all of that is done, then you move the job to your archival drive. Okay, that's important. And we're basically done. Does anyone have any questions about what we did? Anything at all? Did this all make like total sense? Do you have a question? No? Okay, so then that's basically it. So this is the entire sequence of things that you have to do. Right? At least when you get home, set this up. Right? This is important. Set up something like this, because it will allow you to. It will give you a safety net. It will give you one safety net that you can use at least for the time being, until you figure out a better process for yourself. I'm not saying mine is the best process. I'm saying this is what I follow. If this works for you, great. If you want to design something for yourself, also great. Works well. Good? Okay, in that case we are done. Like I said, if you have any questions, I think we finished before 10. Yeah, we finished a lot before 10 because no one's asking me anything. Last time we had a lot of time. We used up almost 2.5 hours in the last workshop for the same thing. Cool. So,